Right now it's been all Panthers, 4-0 as we move into the bottom of the fourth. What an efficient start for Joe Johnson. 39 pitches for the Benson, North Carolina native within 20 minutes of campus here at Campbell. Kind of fitting in this matchup. You have Michael Horrell, who grew up within 15 minutes of High Point, and Johnson, who grew up about the same distance away from Campbell. Here's Jeff Hans after striking out in the first. Campbell only one big threat in this game, an early runner on and barefoot in scoring position. Otherwise, Johnson has limited damage in his third career start. Now to the slider, and that's in for strike two. Joe Johnson, 5 1/3 of scoreless baseball in his last start against Liberty. One of the most patient offenses in the league. And Haas gets hit by the pitch. So Jeff will head down to first as Johnson, another hit by pitch, his second in as many innings. And you can start to see where Campbell starts to make a living. Getting hit and men getting on base. And now with nobody gone by, Haas clearly hit on that one. There was some discrepancy earlier about the Bryce Myers play. And now Jones, who leads this team in home run and ribbies, digs in. Big swing and a miss on strike one. Christian Jones, unfortunately, a tough month of April. Jones, only 9 RBI in the month, yet still up there amongst the league leaders. And a curveball from Johnson in for strike two. Jones, though, did give himself up and play some smart baseball last night. A squeeze bunt drove in a run, as he's now got 21 RBI just in conference play alone. And that's in 19 games plus. The shift is on. That's the second baseman, Hunter Lee, playing back of the bag. So they're giving Jones the right side here if he wants it. Christian, who hit 10 home runs this summer in the Northwoods League up in Wisconsin, now trying to get the bats going here today. A swing and a miss for Jones, keeping the strikeouts rolling right along. Joe Johnson, his 4th K of the day. And now one gone by in the inning. The catcher, so with one out, Zach Minnick set to go. And let's see how the Camels respond here as the bats have gone quiet so far. Just one hit against Johnson. And now Coach Cozart noticing something on Johnson for a quick conversation here. Something about release and how he's delivering the baseball. Cozart, who has had quite the success getting players drafted, 32 players under his watch drafted. 10 years ago, he was named the 5th head coach in High Point history. And Cozart, a pitching guru by trade, keeping an eye on his staff. So after a pitch well up and inside, Minnick awaits the 1-0. Breaking ball left over the heart of the plate, and Minnick delivers. See you later. A 2-run shot for Zach Minnick. And the Camels cut the lead in half. It's now 4-2. For Minnick, his 6th home run of the year. And a breaking ball, hang him and bang him. 2-run shot for the junior. Well, that's the power you want to see from Minnick. Exploding on the baseball. And this pitch left right over the plate. Minnick not going to miss that one. And 2 home runs in this inning alone, as the bat's starting to heat up. Campbell now averaging a home run per game in conference play. And Minnick doing his part there on a 1-0 breaking ball. Here's Ty Babin, a freshman who would love to follow in the footsteps of Minnick as a catcher. Pops up the first pitch. There's Blake Shunk in foul territory. And Blake will make the catch. One pitch and out number 2 in the inning. So here with 2 gone by, the crowd settles back down, and the Camels look to keep the momentum rolling here. After a home run by Zach Minnick. It's been a while since Zach left the park. April 17th against Elon. And Luis well out in front for strike 1. For Johnson, the 4th home run he's allowed this year. In just over 22 innings of work. Jimenez driving to center. Here's Zenti over. And 2 quick outs after the home run. But the Camels cut the deficit in half. It's now 4-2 as we move to the 5th here on the Big South Network. We mentioned coming in how impactful Matthew Barefoot has been to the Camels' success this year. Well, how about these numbers over an 8-2 road trip for Campbell? It's their first home series in nearly a month. And Barefoot, 3 big home runs, 10 RBI, and more impressively, a .333 batting average, really carrying the road for Campbell offensively. As Campbell off to a great start on the road this year, 13-5 away from home, and Barefoot a big part of that so far this year. Today it's been Zach Minnick providing the power. 2-run shot in the 4th, makes it 4-2 as Michael Horrell back to work here in the 5th inning. To give Horrell credit, despite allowing the 4 runs early, he's done a nice job of pitching deep into games regardless of the outcome. He allowed 6 runs against Presbyterian, but stayed out there and grinded his way through. His last effort was fantastic, 7 innings of 1-run ball, and got 15 runs of support. Today a little bit of a different story. His high point up 2. And now Milwee goes after the first pitch. This one deep and a left. And then a 1-hop over the wall for a ground rule double. As Daniel Milwee, his 8th double of the season. And wasting no time jumping all over the first pitch for his first hit of the series. That continues a trend of the top of this high point lineup really producing. That is now 6 hits from the top 4 men in the order. As now it looks like a pitching change is in order. So Chris Marks gave Horrell an opportunity to come out for the 5th, but he has struggled avoiding the big bats of the Panthers. And here's a good look at the double. That does sneak over the wall. So Horrell's allowed a home run today. He has allowed 5 singles. And now Chris Marks really working his time out there on the mound before Tony Cirilli comes over. We'll see what decision is made here with nobody out in the 5th inning. So there's the call to the pen. Horrell's day is done. He goes 4 official. And we'll receive the new pitcher coming in. That's Harry Thomas when we return here on the Big South Network.
The running of the Bulldogs? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much money Aaliyah saved by switching to Geico.
That's right, my friend. Enjoy that Hardee's Memphis Barbecue Thick Burger nice and slow. Each bite holds a heap of hickory smoked pulled pork, crispy onions, and tangy barbecue sauce over a 1/3 pound 100% Angus beef patty. made just how you like it. Yeah, take your time on it. You're in no hurry. The Memphis Barbecue Thick Burger from Hardee's. Going hard at the Hardee's.
Where Zaxby's is from. Some like it classic. Some like it saucy. For others, it's gotta be crispy. But everyone loves the flavor that brings us together. And whether you like it spicy or old school, you'll like it even more. Because Zaxby's 5 fan favorites are now just $5.99 each. Friends, family, flavor. Zaxby's.
S&S Entertainment is a local company that provides inflatables, concessions, games, and more for birthday parties, company picnics, school events, and church outreach programs. If you would like more information, log on to their website at s&sentertainment.com or call 910-890-6339. S&S Entertainment, making Campbell Game Day even more memorable.
Harry Thomas into the ball game for the Camels as the senior looked to clean up with Michael Horrell started going 4 innings official. And for Thomas, who pitched in the midweek against NC State at Washington, D.C. Last year he was a innings eater, 23 appearances this season. His last outing in the league, 2 innings of relief against Longwood over the weekend, allowing 1 run. And here he is now back in league play. His 7th appearance of the year in the Big South. And trying to slow down these high point bats that have been cooking here today. Remember, the Panthers are one of the best hitting teams in the Big South Conference. 1st in batting average, 3rd in hits, in runs this year. They've been able to score among the best of them. And now here's Carson Jackson after a leadoff double by Daniel Milwee. He's looking to build on an 0-for-1 start today. Does have an RBI on a sac fly back in the 3rd. That goes right after the first pitch and foul off the bat of Thomas. The Panthers this year not only have been very good on Saturdays, they've been great when leading after 5 innings. Have not dropped a game this year. In a great spot here in the 5th. Holding on to a 2-run lead, trying to add on to it here. There's your slider from Harry Thomas. And Jackson lays off. Carson Jackson is now the all-time doubles leader in High Point history. Picked that honor up at the end of April on the 22nd. He's got 9 doubles this season. Unable to lay off on the slider from Thomas, and the count now 1-2. Jackson is climbing the career ranks for the Panthers all over the place, but specifically 3rd in hits, 4th in RBI, and of course the all-time leader in doubles now in High Point history. Off the mid of Minnick, and the at-bat will continue here with 2 strikes. Jackson, who was an honorable mention all-conference last year, led the Panthers in hits and runs scored. He's right up there among the league leaders this season as well. This one popped up foul as Jackson already 50 hits this year. He's been productive all season long. The Camels trying to slow him down as Harry Thomas comes in out of the pen. The first man he's faced here for the senior out of Washington, D.C. This one driven down the line, but foul. So you see the doubles potential there for Jackson, who fittingly has 2 doubles against the Campbells last year. Carson Jackson did graduate in the fall. He's pursuing his MBA in business administration. So 7 seniors graduated today, the 8th, of course, Jackson. And now working the count back to 2-2. Speaking of graduation, Thomas and the 8 Campbell seniors will graduate next Saturday. And they'll play later in the night against Winthrop. And another important series is Campbell, one of the toughest schedules to close out Big South play. Line drive to Jones, who makes a shoestring catch. There's the first out of the inning. So with 1 out, the Panthers living by the production at the top of this lineup. 6 of the 7 hits coming from the first 4 hitters. And now Milwee looking for some help as Thomas will face Jordan Sargent with 1 gone by. Sargent now 4 strikeouts this weekend against Winans and Horrell. And lays off the curve to begin his 3rd at-bat. Sargent came into the weekend red hot. 11-game hit streak, including 9 runs scored in that stretch, but the Camels have been able to slow him down so far. Another curveball, and that will even the count. Sargent has been reinserted into the starting lineup over the last 30 games. He was a pitch hitter to open up the year, and boys, his average bumped up since. Not on that swing as the count works to 1-2, but for Sargent, he was only hitting 120 in the first month of the season. He's a pitch hitter, late game situation guy. And then the coaching staff moved him into the starting role. And all of a sudden his average is bumped over 300 as a starter. And Sargent, the left fielder today for the Panthers, as he chokes up and awaits the 1-2. Thomas gets the strikeout. Minnick will complete the process with a strike over to first. And now 2 gone by in the inning. So Harry Thomas getting the job done out of the bullpen. His bullpen very well rested, with Alan Winans throwing the complete game effort yesterday. On Wednesday, Campbell used 8 different pitchers. But outside of West Noble, none threw more than an inning. So plenty of arms available for Justin Hare the rest of this weekend. Good curveball in from Thomas for strike 1. Harry Thomas, who has both started games, has worked in the middle of the bullpen, has been a midweek starter, and has a save in his career. Allows a chopper here to second. Christian Jones all over it. And 3 quick outs from Harry Thomas out of the bullpen. We move now to the bottom of the 5th, halfway through. Panthers leading by 2.